Radio Tour Information.
Hello everybody, and welcome finally to the retro review of the Singapore Airlines 747-400 Megatop and the EVA Air 747-400 by Gemini Jets. Singapore one was by Herpa. So you guys asked me to do this retro review. I put a little poll up a few weeks ago. I haven't recorded the video, and I finally am getting around to it. So apologies for the delay for this video. But anyways, we will finally be doing it now. So we have the two models here, the Singapore Airlines 747-400 and the EVA Air 747-400. We'll be doing a little bit retro review on these two models I got well before I began the channel a year ago. So I think we'll get started with the Singapore Airlines 747. We'll do these in chronological order. I got this model back in 2016 actually I got this at Miniature Wonderland at their gift shop there. And sorry about that horrible pronunciation. Miniature Wunderland, that's what it's called, in Hamburg, Germany. Great place. Highly recommend you going there. We'll try to get there this summer. I'm just noticing that there's some glue residue on there, and I forgot that I broke off the right horizontal stabilizer. So that's a different story here. But this model was made by Herpa, as you can see down here on the bottom. One of the rare Herpa 1/400 scale models. But we will go over it here. So we have the cockpit windows up here. We'll just get a nice zoom in on the aircraft here. So we have, oops, there we go. We have the cockpit windows up here. We have a little escape pod up here, pretty nice. And also this is the first class section in front of the cockpit. Really cool feature of the 747, which unfortunately will be going away. So I'll be sure to do some 747 retro reviews for some of my 747s now that they have stopped producing the 747. Probably for good this time. We have the L1 door down here. Actually going up to the top, we have a little megatop. I'm not sure what that means, as it's only on the Singapore Airlines aircraft, and if you go to like the EVA Air, it's not like a bigger top. It's like, I think it's still the same size. It looks the same size as the EVA Air. I mean, I don't get why they call it megatop if it's still the same size. Here's the upstairs section. We have the second level door, and the beacon, of course, up there. It's a print job. Then we have the Singapore Airlines titles up here, in between the second and first floor, and the Singapore flag as well. Also the cheat line going down with the kind of the navy blue color, the orangey yellowy color, a little stripe there, and the gold going down the bottom. You can see that very nice over here. Looks like a very nice color, kind of like Golfer's old livery. That was gold. I really like that livery. And then, of course, we have the engines here with the little Singapore Airlines logo. The wings are plastic, by the way, since this is a Herpa model. There's a lot of plastic on it. But it does mean we can have nice wing flex, so that's pretty cool. Not that I can really position them out in a way that it will look like the wings are flexing. But you can flex the wings without breaking them, so that's kind of cool. We have the registration here. 9 Victor Sierra Papa Golf. And the Singapore Airlines tail. I really like the Singapore Airlines livery. I really like both these liveries. Two really cool models here, two really good liveries by these two airlines, and especially on their 747s. Also, the landing gear are plastic. They do tilt a little bit, but not a whole lot. You can see. Not really, because my hand's in the way. But they do tilt a little bit. Nothing too great though. There is more than NG. That's what it is towards NG. NG is awesome. And I will gladly forego the tilted landing gear in favor of rolling, and maybe not rolling, because you've seen what Gemini does with the rolling gear, but model gear. Anyways, we have the luggage doors here. Supposedly they could be cargo doors, really. Not luggage doors. But yeah, And of course, there's some glue residue here. I did have to re-glue the right side. Of course, I want stabilizer at some point, but still looks pretty fine. I could probably just scratch that off if I had some time to do that. But yeah, I don't have the box for this one anymore. Unfortunately, I didn't really care about the boxes back then. I got this when I was 8 years old, or well, actually I think I got this on my 9th birthday, technically. The day I turned out and went to Media Tour for Lent, just arrived in Hamburg from a nice 8-hour flight on United 767, and went immediately to the Miniature Wonderland because our hotel wasn't accepting us yet. We had to wait a few hours, so why not? Went there twice on that trip and picked this model up on the first visit, and probably the nicest one that I got there, so I'm glad of my choice for getting this one. But unfortunately, this aircraft is now retired by Singapore Airlines. We'll get out of the frame, and we'll bring on the second model. Actually, before we bring on the second model, we're going to review the box for it. The EVA Airlines, or the EVA Air, or EVA Air, I guess is how they like to be called, 747-400. So we have the Gemini Jet logo up here, digital rendering of the aircraft, Boeing 747-400, EVA Air titles down there. Here's the inside. You can still see the plastic on there. Information about the aircraft. And then here's the back of it. And also, look at this price tag, $46 for a 1/400 scale model. That's a good price right there. Like, compared to what they are now, I mean, that's unbelievable. Like, this model would probably be like $55 maybe in today's dollars for Gemini Jet. Like, the prices skyrocketed like double, which is just crazy. I also believe that was like one of my first purchases from DG Pilot before I even moved in as DG Pilot. That was I went to the Twin Cities Aviation Airliner collectible sale get together. I did a video on it like a while back. I don't remember exactly what it's called. But this is the first time I went to it. I picked up this model and the United Series 200 Battleship Gray. I think they were both from DG Pilot, but I didn't know that DG Pilot existed back then. So, but now I am 99% sure that this one and that one were both from DG Pilot. So, that's kind of funny. So, I guess and you can, should have just earlier, but you can kind of see St. Martin back there. I did just record an update, so that'll probably be coming out. That'll be coming out, either has already come out or will be coming out soon. I'm guessing it'll be option 2. And in that update, I mentioned that one of the models was one of my first purchases from DG Pilot. No, this one and the United Series 200 Battleship Gray were my first one. That one back there wasn't. So watch out for that in the St. Martin video. A little Easter egg. Anyways, I've been getting sidetracked here. We'll get into the review of the model. This one, of course, Gemini, so it's all metal and proper metal and stuff, looking very nice here. Also, we have aerials on this one, so nice little feature there as well. But we have the cockpit windows up here. Again, the escape pod up here. This one's a little bit smaller. The Gemini Jet version, I think that's probably a little more realistic. We have the Star Alliance logo, and then we have the first class section on scale up here. The whatever this is, fleet number or something, I'm not sure. It also says it's 11 on the nose gear. And then we'll move on here to the L1 door, and then the EVA Air titles up here. Not quite billboard, but they are pretty large sized titles. Of course, in between the first and second floors. And then the second floor up here with the exit, of course. We do have an antenna up here, unlike the Herpa one. So there's an antenna right here. L2 there. Then we have our wing, which does have detailing for the landing lights. I'm not sure if that was on the Herpa one. It is not on the Herpa one. So that's a little bit nice detail there for Gemini Jet, nice printing. Nothing on the engines though, these are just blank white engines. Then we have another one, which is like the fuselage there with the green and red. It's mostly green with a little red stripe. And speaking of that, here it is in the rusty fuselage. The fuselage. Looking splendid. Little livery that I really like. This is the older EVA Air livery. There's no like antenna over here. There's just the one in the front, and there's a little one in the back. We do have some decals on top though. And then here's the tail, of course, of the globe. A little star in it. Looking very nice. And towards the back we have some more text here. Or I guess the B number, that's the registration, I suppose. Bravo 16411. And then we have Boeing 747-400 and Evergreen Group, because EVA Air is part of Evergreen Group. So that's pretty cool. And that's, I guess, also where they get this color from. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And probably where the name comes from as well. And also the Gemini Jet logo down here. And the landing gear, which roll, and they tilt okay. As you can see. Actually, they tilt pretty well. It's pretty nice model right here. Really good quality on this one by Gemini Jets. And I'm super glad to have it here as officially my first purchase from DG Pilot. Really gorgeous model. Big fan of this one. Big fan of both of them. Both Gemini and Herpa did a great job on these models. And I hope you enjoyed the little retro review here for these two beautiful 747-400s. Sadly to see that the 747-400s will not be produced anymore, as it was a legendary aircraft and just amazing all around. I'm still holding out for hope that I'll be able to fly on one of them before I retire. I'm just hoping Lufthansa. We'll fly to Frankfurt, probably from Dallas or Chicago O'Hare. But we'll stand by on that, and hopefully we'll be able to do that. But yeah, that'll do it for this retro review here for these two models. Thank you for checking it out. With that being said, I will see you tomorrow. So, good night. Auf Wiedersehen.